Hi friends, Zoe here. Today I'm super excited to talk to you because I'm going to be talking to you all about how to manifest money. And this is part 3 in the series in my Law of Attraction playlist. So if you haven't checked it out yet, I'll make sure to link it below. I talk all about how the Law of Attraction changed my life and simple daily tips and tricks that you can use to help manifest money in your own life. And there's also a ton of great Law of Attraction content coming your way very soon. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so today I'm really excited because I'm going to be giving you tips and tricks that you can use in your everyday life to help you program your subconscious mind and your conscious mind for abundance. So the way the Law of Attraction works is that you have to think as if you already have, and that way you'll bring it into existence. So like attracts like. So if you are thinking like you have abundance of finances in your life, then you will attract abundance of finances into your life. So my first tip is to have a bill in your wallet at all times, and be sure to keep this bill in your wallet at all times. So whatever you can afford, maybe it's a $10 bill, maybe it's a $20 bill or a $100 bill, always keep that bill in your wallet as if it were glued there. Because every time you open your wallet and you're paying for something, you really want to program your brain to think that you have an abundance of money. Even though you can go to the grocery store and spend money on groceries, you still have money in your wallet and it will always be there. So whatever you do, do not spend this bill. Slowly but surely, you will subconsciously start to recognize that you do have an abundance of money in your life. So it will always be a positive feeling when you know that you do have to spend money on something, but just to look in your wallet and see that you have money there. And my next tip, which I also touched on in my cell phone tips and tricks video, is to check your bank account daily. I've given you tips and tricks on how to set specific goals for your bank account in that last video, but I just really want you to, if you haven't already, set that reminder on your phone to start checking your bank account daily. Because the more you can take a conscious effort to look into your account, look into where your money is going, you're going to develop a much better relationship with your finances for yourself. And regardless of what the number is in your bank account, I want you to stop and I want you to pause and think about things that are abundant in your life. So for example, if you might look at your bank account and maybe it's in the negatives, maybe let's say it's negative 100. Think about all the wonderful things in your life that you can feel grateful for that make you feel rich. Maybe it's the fact that you know you're going to have an amazing lunch. Maybe it's the fact that you absolutely love where you live, or you absolutely love your job. Start to create that abundant mentality regardless of what that number is in your bank account. Feel grateful and thankful for what you do have. My next tip is to give to others even if you can't afford it. We all know how good giving feels, but when you can give, you also get something so much more in return that helps you feel abundant. So for example, if you see a street performer that stops you in your tracks and gives you a good laugh or puts a big smile on your face, make sure that you're showing the universe that you appreciate that exchange in value by giving them a euro or a dollar, whatever you might have. Maybe it's just 25 cents, but if you can give because somebody gave you something, like put a smile on your face, put a giggle on in you, then make sure that you're showing the universe, the greater good, that you appreciate the exchange in value. When you can show that you really desire to give to other people, that is when you will start to receive, and you will start to receive in tenfold. My next tip is to feel good about where your money goes. And this is a big one because I didn't really start to grasp this concept and really understand it until I actually went vegan and I started to look into where my produce was coming. And I started to purchase my produce from the College Street Market, which is a fruit and vegetable market that is run by an immigrant family. I would feel so amazing every time I go in there and I would talk to them and I would pick up all the fruits and veg that I wanted and I would hand them over cash. And I just felt so good about where my money was going because I actually knew the people on the other end. I wasn't going to say Metro or Superstore and just handing my money over, swiping my credit card to who knows who. I knew that the money that I was paying for these fruits and vegetables was going to this family who wasn't born in Canada, who has made a life here for themselves, or I'm in Rome now, but when I was in Canada. But it just felt so good. Like I mentioned in the last point, is this value exchange. So make a conscious effort that when you are giving somebody money, that you feel like you are receiving even more back. Because when you can really focus on the value aspect of things, you will consistently feel abundant, and you'll start to program your brain for thinking in abundance always. So like I would feel so excited. I would carry my little trolley out to the fruit market, come home, I'd lay out all my fruits and veg, and it just made me so happy because I knew that I was getting really good quality, and I knew exactly where and who my money was going to and who was benefiting. So make sure that you have that relationship with the establishments that you spend money at on a regular basis, and you're going to start feeling a lot more positive about money. So my next tip, which I'm actually going to be elaborating on in my part 4 video, but that is to listen to positive affirming books on Audible, or maybe even podcast or a video on YouTube, but make sure that you're listening to something money conscious on a somewhat regular basis. So I have certain audiobooks on my phone, which I'm going to be covering in the next video, that help remind me about the concept of attracting money into your life and thinking and feeling an abundant mentality at all times. So if you have a book in mind, say if it's Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and you know that that one really helped you feel good about money and really inspired you to start attracting money into your life, then make sure that you're revisiting that book or revisiting that audiobook on a somewhat regular basis, just to keep the good thoughts flowing. My next tip is one that I absolutely love, and this is to pick up money from the ground. Whatever it may be, say if it's only a nickel or a dime, a 1 cent, pick money up off of the ground, put it in your pocket, and be grateful for it. So for example, I was out for a run the other day, and in the middle of the trail, I found a 50-cent euro coin, like 50 cents of a 50s, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And so I found that coin, and I was so excited because I knew that I manifested it. Because these are little signs from the universe that if you can pick them up, if you can show that you're grateful for even the smallest bit of money, you're going to get more in return. I always feel excited when I pick up something off the ground because I like to think of it as being lucky, but also 50 cents here, 50 cents there, you got yourself an espresso. 50 cents here, $50 there, you got yourself something much bigger. So make sure that you're picking up the money on the ground to show the universe as a whole that you're grateful for whatever you're receiving, that you're not too good for, say, a 50-cent coin or a penny. You are wanting whatever you can get, and you're grateful for whatever you can get. So my next tip is to not think in lack anymore. So if you're the type of person that walks by fancy windows of shops and thinks, I'll never be able to afford that, I'll never be able to have that. You're walking by a travel agent and see a sign for Honolulu and you're like, oh, I'll never be able to go to Hawaii. Stop yourself right there. Those are limiting beliefs like we covered in part 1, but just make sure that you're thinking in an abundant mentality. Instead of looking at that sign that says Honolulu and thinking to yourself, I'll never be able to get there, look at those signs and be excited for your future because you know you're going to go there. Just start training your brain to pause and say, can't wait to go to Honolulu. Instead of, I can't afford it, I don't know when I'll be able to get the time off work. Start thinking, I'm excited. I'm already gonna start working on my beach body.
You need to have muscles. You need to have muscles on your muscles. You need to have muscles on your eyeballs. Ew.
I'm already going to start thinking about all the wonderful places that I want to explore when I'm there. Just stop yourself and train your brain. Think in abundance and not in lack. Anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm having so much fun with this series, and I'm so happy to hear that this is already working for a few of you. Please, if you have any amazing stories or something that might have happened to you in the last week or two of watching one of the other previous parts of these videos, please leave them below. The success stories can really inspire people, and if you do still have limiting beliefs about the law of attraction, I just really hope that maybe you'll try it out anyways, and who knows, maybe you'll find a euro on the ground tomorrow or $1 or something like that, and you can think of me. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I hope that you're looking forward to part 4 and all the other parts in this series because I'm loving delivering them for you. Thumbs up and subscriptions are really appreciated. They really help me know that you are enjoying the content here. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!